Graphics. Who doesn't love graphics? While there are some that are flat out incredible, others are just pure and utter garbage.
Garbage! And that was a disgraceful performance, in my opinion.
For years, I've watched tons of NASCAR races and been amazed of how far graphics have come. From the simple days of CBS Sports and ABC Wide World of Sports, to the over-the-top information ESPN provided during the Speed World era. And then there's some absurd, cluttered, and of course, laziness. Either way, graphics are an essential part of a NASCAR coverage. In an era where new and original content are hard to come by these days, it's about time NASCAR graphics to strap on and be critiqued. And it'll be right here on Auto Rockin' Racing 94.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, viewer discretion is advised.
Alright, the Truck Series logo changed, and so did the entire graphic department. Gone was the classic package, and now we have a darker look. It was maroon, gray, and white. The logo has also changed. It was no longer NASCAR TV, it was simply NASCAR on speed. Be there! What? I used that phrase in high school. Be there! Not that be square shit. Get the fuck out of here with that be square shit. It's be there! NASCAR on speed, be... Okay, that's enough. The grid has some differences, such as the driver's full name in one single row, and they've ditched the inside and outside text. I mean, it's okay, but as I've said before, the starting grids were becoming an absolute afterthought. And this is the era of fuck the grid, no one will read that crap. Also, the graphics saw a much better improvement and the flag color flashed. Here's the grand update. Outside of the loud sound effects, the sponsor was finally on the top left next to the lap count and flag bar. The next row was the position in the red box that remained the same, as is the white box highlighting the driver's current position. The word running order was gone. And in the bottom row, the subject matter was alongside the interval, which is gray. The biggest noticeable change was the font being 1 instead of 2 or even 3 at times. All caps to add an edge. Gone too was the copy and paste Fox graphics. Now it's the network's own background, and unlike Presley's, the name of the driver, as seen with Stacey Compton, makes much sense. Not small or silly, but flows smoothly, easy on the eye. Remember when she was the most hated female NASCAR personnel before Teresa came along? Before the bus video, no less? Pardon me. But here's when the Lucky Dog had sponsors. Yes, the graphic is hokey, but I didn't mind it at the time. The 99 and 20 text fonts, on the other hand, just gave me a Madden 2000 vibe. I got time, man! I remember as a kid looking at that graphic and eager for that 2006 Daytona 500 to start. Unfortunately, that race was
And his name is Jimmy Johnson!
The lap number of the restart and caution would be on top of the flag graphic when the action resumed. The round-out graphic before going to break saw some changes like the number being on the left, then the driver picture, and so on. It just looks smooth. The results graphic still showed 10 at a time, instead of having a special box indicated lap tracks or a driver who didn't finish the race. It's the little things that make this graphic better. But for nostalgia purposes, 2003 to 2005 was right at home. It can't be speed without some IROC, right? Right here, you see the driver picture, and since there's no speed or true car making IROC, sort of. Next to the driver pic is the series logo, and underneath is the number and full name with the race event at the very bottom. This one looks so much better and shows that there's some sort of caring with the grids deep into 2006. Another drastic difference was the inclusion of the car number having its own box like the track position. It matches the color, not the number font, but look at this, it's IROC! Rest was average Joe at this point of this video. The points render graphic was also the same, just bigger and easier to read instead of all that cramped up one from earlier. I totally forgot about the result graphic when they're coming at the line. Here's how it looked. No colored background for the numbers to match the cars, unfortunately. Another thing that was unfortunate was IROC going under, but if it were to ever return, sadly I'm not counting on it, here's my 2019 dream list of IROC drivers. If there were no restrictions in my ad, my roster would include Joey Logano, Tyler I Stole Rookie of the Year for Christopher Bell Reddick, Brett, remember the name Moffitt, Lewis Hamilton, Scott Dixon, Will Power, Donnie Schatz, Fernando Alonso for the WEC, Eric Curran and Felipe Nasser. Unlike in 2006 with Angelelli and Taylor, they get their own entries. The last two would be Scott McLaughlin and finally Brad Sweet. Tell me yours in the comments, Dad. I hope it's not as batshit crazy as mine.
Daytona Beach, Florida. Daytona
Ugh, shitty new theme. Fight me, damn it! But a whole new graphic package already for the Truck Series. Look at that steel look. The maroon is gone. Now it's just dark vanilla and red as the main color theme. Well, I don't mind the new look, but the nitpicking must go up to 11 from here on out because it is their own graphics, not the Speed one, which I'll elaborate momentarily. Bloody hell, this is pure bollocks. Look how watered down it has become. Just one row with the row number, position number, truck number, and driver name. No love for anything. Oh, the fucking Speed Spotlight, which was around in late 2006, but full force in 2007. Let me tell you about that shit. No, it's not a burial, but while I hate the fact that the grid was pushed aside, but this is one of the rarest times where drivers got some pure TV time. Sure, like Jay White and KO, I beat Kyle Busch Gale. True story. Hey, get that shit out of here!
What's your issue?
It's ass! Find something better doing it.
No! Praise the endpoint I say.
Fuck out of here! Awkward. There was no number fun in the name graphic, but it still highlighted the driver's details. Now here's a guy that's been chastised wherever he won a race. Like every time he won, everyone complains. Seriously, you want a scapegoat? There's one, Eric Almirola. Enough of that Chris Collinsworth bullshit. Remember how I said Ted Musgrave's career was never the same? Here's why. This was the big break Brad Keselowski needed to get his name out there. Nice stat info. But the afterthought one road grid made it a mess, a little bit too much, and a bit overboard. Get rid of the grid graphic, then it will look clean. The point standings graphic too was loud and clear. No truck number box here, like the ticker you're about to see. This is the sole reason why I'm showing you this race, to prove my point that mega jobbers like that dude and Willie Allen. Who the fuck is Kevin Wood? Like, when I saw that race recently, I totally forgot who the fuck that guy was. Hey, this is one driver that we forgot about. Hell, this is an OG forgotten driver, Ryan motherfucking, I want a damn pole, but a real nobody now, Mathews. Ryan Mathews. Like, for fuck's sakes, man, how the fuck would you...
I'll tell you what, we haven't heard
Don't talk shit about our gods.
It's true, you ignorant fuck. You get...
I'm warning you. Do it again, and you'll face the consequences.
Fuck you and let me watch. Alright. Remember, entertainment, not legit anger. Remember that. Remember that. I don't mind the Phoenix 5. Happy? Okay. No, seriously, I don't mind the Phoenix 5, to be honest. They put some good content, to say the least. Okay, here's another driver infographic. Bigger to show more detail, and to a degree, I do miss different graphics showing stats. Not even the pace flaps had that identity anymore. Just one generic graphic. Here's the new ticker. Let me cover the flaws. Aside the sponsor and Lapcom being bold and black, with two flag indicators in between, it's the running order. The Martian text is so skinny, you need a magnifying glasses. That position too, get that item ready. Man, get it ready, man. Get it. The driver name is Cynic Skinny, but you can identify their names just fine. Like the 2003 to 2005 ticker, text changed over time. The lap number is now fit, and hey, the running order. Text is back. Okay, this looks a lot better, and I can easily see the position number, and the driver's name isn't stretched out. I don't like how that ticker doesn't fill up the damn screen, though. They damn sure learned their lesson. The sponsor isn't messy like the unnecessary large box from Daytona, and the large text showing the distance is so... That Aaron Fight graphic is garbage, just like his NASCAR career would end up. But this looks a lot better, to be honest, if you ask me. The pit graphic was so much better now. It's well organized and you can truly see the pit times and driver name without being an eyesore. The standings graphic eventually included a bright yellow points differential section between drivers, like the current F1 graphics shows with the intervals. Nothing special, but I would rather see the points margin behind the championship leader instead. Again, this is a lot better. Don't need a damn driver picture for that graphic. Fortunately, they fixed the ticker to fit the whole screen. But this is the one I want to focus, the battle indicator being specific instead of 5. For what it's worth, it's great seeing what looks like the graphic was inspired from a pit sign. It changes pending the number of trucks involved in a specific battle. With 2, it looks a lot better than it did with 3. The restart graphic was now moving from the right to the left, and it's not live, just a flag box. Yeah. The points graphic was also bigger than its predecessors. Man, Mike Skinner lost it here, and Hornaday won the points title. You also get the position they're running in parentheses. Only complaint is that, honestly, cluttered. Instead of just being a separate column. Make it a separate column, damn it. From here on out, I'm going to balance the graphics featured with just trucks and the All-Star race. Just while the graphics for this event was a generic one, it did spice up with showing the number fonts at times, but not on the ticker. Driver graphic didn't include it, but it did pop up when showing the pit crew members' IDs. Now, I don't watch the pre-race shit anymore. Do they even do that now for the All-Star race? I don't think so, but if they do, tell me. This is what I mean about with the basic graphics. This particular, it didn't matter if you're NASCAR. You get the same treatment as everyone else. Keeping continuity and tradition of the network has gone a decade at this point, which is an A+ in my dad. Here's a different driver graphic, but the picture is squinty if you ask me. Now this onboard overview is taken from Fox's 2007 to 2010 graphics. Remember, I love those graphics. And you know what I also like? The All-Star logo on the top, right? Made that race so hype. Wow. Already a graphic fail, and it's not even the white flag, you fools! Okay, the sponsor logo is smaller, and now you see just text. So before talking about the following, I must discuss about the elephant in the room. No, not this garbage. Save it for the internet. The segment indicator will pop underneath the running order. But I would like to go over into detail, but
Extreme close-up!
ruin this damn moment.
Wrecked him.
I told you.
There he goes.
I told you.
Oh my gosh.
Checkers.
I hate that on board. Glad in 2009 they fixed it. It doesn't look like crap. The speed tracks didn't have a number font either. Just what you saw, shiny. But in a dramatic case, I didn't need to see it. Now, the lap count is bold again, and the sponsor box changed once again. But the biggest change was the inclusion of number fonts. But here's the problem. It's like when EA Sports included the Truck Series. About a dozen real drivers appear. It's the same thing here with the number fonts. A dozen got their actual ones, not just on the ticker, but the driver info solved this massive flaw. Oh yeah, crash and burn, because these problems pisses me off like no other. And I'll say it again, no graphics are safe. And don't you dare say anything about... What the fuck is BJ Jones looking at? Not even the damn picture have consistencies. The same, this goes on, excuse my voice crack, but the same goes on with Shane fucking Lee to this very day. Like... Sorry. Sorry. I got carried away again. No more rage. Just no more rage from here on out. Oh, by the way, that annoying character is gone too. So you don't have to worry about him from here on out. Now let's be serious from here on out. Hopefully, we're almost done. For the cup events, all number fonts were included on the grid. Driver name, and even the ticker. Great touch. Even the driver pick isn't so squinty. Seems that 2008 had some good stuff in this world after all. That particular year will get a special video on a new series I have in mind. If I even bother to go for it. This driver graphic is just garbage, but the tracks has the generic fonts. Seriously, even the position number is a different font compared to the ticker. It'll be okay. Just get through it. Here's a different multi-screen replay. background is getting less vibrant as the years goes on. Ah yes, the dawn of a new era as the HD phase was coming into our worlds as was Camping World. So let's get through the 2009 campaign. Beast! Now that's what's up. This is a great theme. Gives the series a whole new edge. Not that Pink's knockoff music from 07 to 08.
Let's race.
What about the graphics? It's the same. Ah yes, the future IMSA star Colin Brown. I had high hopes for him being big in NASCAR. Too bad that didn't work out. Then again, Roush and Gibbs were dumping drivers left and right in the lower series at that point. This graphic though, too big. But again, HD wasn't common ground for a lot of people in 2009. Oh yeah, this stupid rule. Another graphic overhaul was spotlighting drivers. Basic, clean, and crisp. And one of the better ones I've seen over the years. Ticker pops up right away, and again, the running order. Text was gone. The sponsor box didn't change, but again with the HD, there's a reason why there's so much empty space. Oops, another graphic fail. I don't really care for the big ass caps as they'll go on and adapt once HD became affordable for everyone. Good news, all number fonts were on the tick. Wait, what about Chase Austin? Where's his number? Damn. Oh, I spoke way too soon and didn't have all of them. It's like NBC and TNT. So annoying. So annoying. Text and just the whole presentation. Finally mastered that department. No changes mid-season. It stays the same from here on out. This is arguably one of my favorite tickets in racing for that very reason. I can't put that on top though. Maybe I'll change my mind. But certain details are key. Nice replay graphic. And yes, even in 2009, Brian Scott was doing Brian Scott things. Let me show some love for Milwaukee for just a bit. The sponsors box changed again. The race title now appeared before the running order. But holy mother of ass! Dave's video in HD gives the ticker so much life. The number fonts again vary, but not the full set. As seen here with the result graphic at the line, so shiny. And yes, the generic number fonts had a different text than it did at Daytona. I still hate generic fonts when you have an actual number font. Alright, size of the number font box varied. If you look very closely, the size of the number font box varied. No. Just no. Didn't change a damn thing. However, gone was the red box, and hello gray on the position box. Doesn't change my opinion. At this point, if there's more than one person with the same last name, they show the full name. The stats graphics stayed the same, but we get speed updates on the bottom screen. The multi-screen box is now curved. The race title is now in all caps. Everything else is about the same. But again, the number font box varied. Nope. Even then, not everyone got the actual number fonts. 15 out of the 36 to be exact. Trash. Here's the points graphic. Now this is far better than it was in 2007. Simple, just simple. See what I mean about Colin Brown? Another sponsor box change. And finally, Jay White got... Wait a minute! You had the actual font with Ricky Carmichael last year, but not in 2010? Just use the same fucking number font! Yeah, more problems! Hooray! And that Austin Dillon guy, he won't go anywhere. He won't even win. Okay, I'll shut up. Well, this race is already over. Didn't miss much, so let's move on. Small changes were made for the All-Star race, but this video makes the text so blurry. It just looks like shit in HD. The driver info looks crisp though.
Finally!
Number fonts and a fully developed speed tracks. Precision text number was now white, but hey, it's finally 100% organized. Overall, inconsistent number fonts that takes about half the damn grid and slight variations of the tickers was an absolute eyesore. Much like racing fans felt when it became more of a NASCAR network than a home of racing. Also, this is another adaptation they took from Fox, but at the end of the day, it remained organized and consistent with their graphics. But from here on out, speed was slowly fading away and became what NBC and TNT truly were. Just one whole central graphics for everything NASCAR. Oh geez, an error right out of the gate. Like I said with the Fox graphics, the number font stood out because in the background, it matches the door of the truck. Same was used for Fox's cup covers. And yes, the starting grid was forgotten, but hey, they got Ricky Carmichael's number font. Yes! Going forward, this is going to be rapid fire because there's no true differences from Fox and Speed, except for the most part. All number fonts in this race appear and throughout the whole season. Thank you! Thank you! If only Fox got the damn memo for the Daytona 500, that would have been great. Top graphic was the lap count with the flag indicator in the background. No more double indicators in between. The sponsor graphic stayed on the lap but merged with the ticker. No more text before showing the rundown. Just a checker flag. Again, why? A third row pops up when they showed their speed from the previous lap. I like this ticker package when all number fonts appears. You cannot change my mind. One of the few differences, of course, was its main color was red when showing the title graphics and multi-screen backdrops. Even the announcers' names were red. Here's the full grid when they sort of gave it down whenever they wanted to. However, they go through it so fast that I can't figure out if they really give a shit. For the duel, as it was for most years, green means they're in, and it pops in the track position box. Red means you're out. You suck. It was a great feature, and now it's time to mention it here. So here, look at this. I didn't forget about the duels graphic. It was a great feature, and it's now the time to mention it here. So there, I said it. You don't have to worry about me not including duels. It's there. What would later become NASCAR Race Hub. It was the Speed Center. But why did it go all the way to Homestead? That's why. Both titles in my eye were overshadowed. One for rain, stay tuned for that, and that one season in the Nationwide Series was I love to forget about. Even the updates copied ESPN. It's so obvious. The results graphic had different colors based on the driver's paint scheme, and just to prove that all number fonts appeared, I would have been better off without the different colors. Just to keep the number fonts in backdrop, please. Just keep it. Even the point standing saw a massive overhaul, but I still feel the same. Look at the man in ninth. He will go 0 for 161 in the top 10 category for the Cup Series. Thought about doing a retrospective video, but I'm gonna think about it. Stay tuned. As we move on to the final full season, it's been nothing truly changed, but just listen to Rick Allen's call and name two things that stand out.
Stay on the yellow line. They're trying to make something happen up top here. Stay on the yellow line.
Takes it right, and around they go. That will bring the caution out as Joey Coulter goes flying into the catch pit just past the start-finish line, and that will mean John King will win at Daytona.
If you guessed around goes and John King, congratulations. Seriously. I wanted to hear Hermie Sadler interview Grant Enfinger at Las Vegas. Imagine that being TV gold. Nope. Caitlin did it. We don't get that gold. Maybe next year. The Speed logo was distracting, and so was the cropped up Napa logo, but the red and green indicator was changed quite a bit to fit the oval look. I must say it was way better. The running order before going to and after break was exactly like Fox. No car makes this time around as it was in the previous year. Just a photo, position, and name with their number in the background. A better detail as I was referring about the red and green box. Look at the top right screen. Yes, the end was near, folks. The Fox Sports logo now appeared on the telecast with the Speed logo being below it. Like Fox was the UFO and Speed was a human. Again, no true changes were made, so instead of repeating the same old shit, here's what that meant. And around in March of 2012, the plan of Fox having its own sports network to compete with ESPN and NBC Sports Network rumbled, and the possibility of Speed going away became evident in October. That logo solidified that it was going away soon. Then on March 5th, 2013, the final verdict was made. August 17th would be that final day for the once known SpeedVision that started in 1996 before becoming known as Speed Channel. Yes, it was going to become obsolete. It was going to be deleted. The last true thing that stands out from Speed was the championship prediction sec, where it glows the color of the truck with the number font and the main text they've been using. Gives the series some identity, even if it was a small detail that they've only used once because the following year, plain Manila kicked in with the Fox coverage. The Speed mics were gone, anything bearing the Speed logo was all but gone, and this race was the last ever to be in that banner. So the last true change was the inclusion of the commentators and reporters' social media handles. It wouldn't be far longer until Rick Allen leaves Fox and went to NBC. His final race would be in Eldora 2014. The background of the driver's name was mostly gray, with just a few having different colors. There was black that year, and the same can be said in the previous year. Instead of being a prick, I'll just show the last lap of the final race on Speed, and you'll see the final at the line graphic, which again was clean instead of cluttered.
Pit road right now, that will create mayhem in turn number 1 as he goes a little bit slower through there on the apron. But out in front, it's Ryan Blaney, Miguel Paludo running second.
Look at Kuroga, clears Coulter, was able to grab that third spot. Jeb Burton looked like into the wall off turn 1.
Look at Todd Bodine fighting his way back up into the top 10.
Oh, look at that push
Coulter
Crafton just gave.
Coulter has an issue with the right front of that truck.
We had an issue with Matt Crafton shoving him out of the groove, and Matt loses his nose, and here comes Ross Chastain racing in the top 5.
Here comes Bubba Wallace, James Busher side by side.
I'll be surprised if they all make it through this turn. Look at Hornaday down on the bottom.
Coming through.
Busher's getting loose.
Turn number 3, around goes to 31 of Busher. They're spinning behind him, but the checkered flag's going to go to Blaney at Pocono.
Let me do this, guys. Let's front off a 4 here in the grass. Everything will be good when you get back. Nice job, Blaney.
Some contact being made.
Right, great job.
Is that John West Townley? He was sideways coming to the checker.
And Blaney gets to celebrate and enjoy this win for 2 weeks, because the next time the trucks are back on the track is Michigan on August 17th.
High-speed truck racing at Michigan. High banks.
We'll see some more 3 and 4 wide racing in Michigan.
A wide racetrack, 3 and 4 wide, and I'm sure we're going to see some bumping and banging. It always happens in the trucks. Big smiles for Ryan Blaney, getting the win at Pocono. Now it's time for trackside.
Man, this music was garbage. I had to put up with that shit in Idaho. I could not stand that garbage. Like, seriously, you would have got me dead hearing that shit. I jammed through it in fucking high school, but not at fucking college. It's worse than NASCAR Nation 2.0. Remember that overhaul? If not, good. So let's move on from that trash. There wasn't a proper ending from the broadcast, and to be honest, the remaining races FS1 carried saw no changes as they kept the graphic with the logo bearing the only key difference. Did they not care? Well, they did. But it would take place on August 16, 2013 in Michigan International Speedway. Rather than Rick Allen, it was Mike Shoy who said the final words of the network. Now, before wrapping it up, Formula One was now on NBC and acquired everyone but Bob Varshaw, and I love their outro. It's one of my all-time favorite sign-offs, and to have Sam Posey ending it, it was the icing on the cake. They re-aired the Trans Am History Special, and it was the second to last thing they aired on Speed, with Cup qualifying coverage from the prior day being the final thing aired. When I saw that and the final thing aired on Speed, it was bittersweet. My network was going away, and the scope of racing would never be the same. I didn't like the change. It felt that racing on Fox was becoming now a bastard, much like how ESPN has treated racing this decade alone. Ratings decline aside, MapTV and NBCSN has truly become the second coming to Speed and SpeedVision, and it's pretty much the new home for racing. You got NASCAR, IndyCar, IMSA next year. I still wish F1 was there, and I'm not fond of F1 being on ESPN with the Sky Sports feed. I love the crew and organic chemistry that they had with Lee Diffie, David Hobbs, Steve Matchin, and Will Buxton. It sucked even more that David Hobbs didn't get a proper farewell under his own terms. Like many NASCAR fans felt with Bob Jenkins, Ned Jarrett, and Benny Parsons, that's how I felt with Barsha, Lee, David, Steve, and so on. Inseparable. So without further ado, I'll play Bob's last words and then go to Mike's final call to wrap up episode 5.
It's a moment that I really hoped would never come. Next year, as David mentioned, Formula One moves to a new broadcast home here in the USA, ending Speed's 17-year run, as you know. It also ends a long partnership with my fellow announcers, David, Steve, and Will, who will follow Formula One to its new network while I continue my career here at Speed. My thanks to all of you out there for all the kind words on social media, recalling all of the race weekends around the world we've shared in the last decade and a half or so. The future for Grand Prix racing here in America, I think, looks bright, with a great new event in Austin, Texas, and a second planned for New Jersey in 2014. Like you, I'll be watching.
For 18 years, it's been our honor and privilege to present motorsports, an automotive-related program to you on the network that began as SpeedVision, became Speed Channel, and is now known as Speed. From the visionaries who started this network, from maintenance to management, from the talent to the truck drivers, we've shared your passion for motorsport over these many years. We love that you care as much about your cars as family, God, and country, and so do we. But now, it's time to switch off the ignition and turn in the keys. This is the end of Speed in America. We hope you'll follow us on our new journey to Fox Sports 1 because all your favorite live NASCAR programming and much more is coming along with us. So now, it's good night and farewell to America's Motorsports Authority, Speed.
It goes without saying that this network was the epitome of my childhood. Sure, there was different graphic changes from a text font perspective and a consistent number of fonts down the stretch. Compared to the other ones I've discussed, their graphics was far organized and remained consistent from start to finish. Sure, when it became the Speed channel, it was a copy and paste, just changed the color fonts for what Fox was doing, but it didn't go overboard, and I didn't hate a certain ticker. Nah. They had some homers. TNN's flaw was adapting to everyone else instead of pushing your innovative approach. You already know how I feel about Fox. TBS couldn't make up their damn minds on what they want, and TNT fell victim of outdates. Speed felt different, and the graphics was evident on how it has changed. This was the Motorsports Authority, and while that line faded away when it became more about NASCAR than any other racing section bodies, due to the demand of having more NASCAR, it still holds an everlasting memory that has to been passed since. So, Godspeed SpeedVision, and glad to have been there in its rise and fall when it was the Speed channel. You are sorely missed, and to this day, I still wish I could find a Dave Despain bobblehead. Well, that's the checker flag for NASCAR TV Graphics Episode 5 as I shift my focus to NBC that I have in mind of going up in March 2019. Hopefully, by doing this tri-monthly plan, I can set my eyes on pointing to things I purposely omitted on my TNT episode and dive in as to why the current run of NBC has graphically been the class of the field. Hell, I don't even give my thoughts of IndyCar's 2019 graphics that I expect to see some changes in lieu of covering the Indianapolis 500 2 months after this video comes out. But it won't be all sunshine and rainbows though. And no, I'm not bringing back the sunshine. I need some fuel. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me sunshine. My overview of NBC's graphics will go back to the 1980s when Paul Page was play-by-play, then dive into some pre-2001 nuggets, and then really dive into the good stuff with their 2 runs from 2001 to 2006 and the one they've been going on since 2015. Again, no graphics are safe. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about Speed's coverage. Do you think NASCAR may have been the network's detriment, or just what the demand wanted which hurt other racing coverage? So, until we meet again, make sure you check out all my other videos over the years. Some are great, some are cringeworthy, and others are factual. For now, I'll catch you later. Something was missing in this episode, but I can't figure it out. Oh yeah! Anything that I just referred as sarcasm bodies anything that Credit One Bank has ever done.